Time. Such a delicate thing it is. Yet we don't see it when it's too late. Much I have seen, much I have heard, much I have spoken. And now, as for who I am, you can simply call me Langtse, for my tale is too long to be heard in this age. But you might want to hear another tale altogether. Such are the things that led me here. A story that was awakened with the storm of Aram. It begins in the Age of Bronze, that so men call, in the land of Canaan, where the Phoenicians live. They were not a single united people, but a coalition of several city-states, with each city having its king. Ugarit was the wealthiest and most powerful of the Canaanite cities, with Nikmepah as its king. He was appointed as the leader of the Phoenician coalition by a group of elders from every city. Trading was their art, and much of their goods were sought out in the known world. From Ugarit was sent a delegation to the empire of the Hittites to begin trade, making their ports filled with goods. Strong and wise was Nikmepah in his conduct as king of Ugarit and leader of the Canaanite League. But troubles were beginning to arise. Some years before, a war with the neighboring Amorites had made the Phoenicians lose the kingdom of Samura from their league, in which the Amorites used as their new capital. Retaliation from this defeat was in his mind, but the other Canaanite kings were not interested in a war against the Amorites. Instead, they desired to start trade relations. Bitterly did he accept such an offer, but never trusting the goodwill of the Amorites. This event also strained the relations of Ugarit with the other Phoenician cities and its kings. For many years did Nikmepah reign. Old and wise he was in his later years. But then all would change with the arrival of the people of Aram. First came rumors of a great horde was spreading in Canaan, and then they made war with the Amorites. Much did they plunder and destroyed in their march. But to sack and burn the Amorite lands was not their final goal, for they began to cross the borders of the kingdom of Arwad. Amitamr, the king of Arwad, had not the strength to drive them back, so he didn't contest their crossing, believing that they would plunder and then leave Canaan. But then they passed over his land and went straight to Ugarit, the great trading city. Mighty that it was, yet it was not ready for a siege of such a scale. Messengers went across all of the Canaanite kings, requesting aid. However, due to the strained relations between them and Ugarit, they did not send reinforcements, believing that the Arameans were not able to storm such a strong city, that they would only plunder the countryside and leave. But it was not so, for after some months, they began their main assault on its walls. Many of his advisors told him to leave the city, even having Hamitamr sending a transport. But he refused to leave, deciding to fight alongside his men. Their ferocity was fierce, almost to the point of breaking the Aramean army's morale. But by the end, the overwhelming numbers of the enemy broke down the town defenses, making the people of Ugarit making their last stand in the town's center. Nikmepa threw himself with the fury of his chariots into the enemy lines, being cut down in the melee. All those who fought were slaughtered, alongside their family members. The royal house of Ugarit had been destroyed, at least for the moment. Unlike the other times, where the Arameans would suck and move on, this time they saw the might and splendor of Ugarit, settling it as their capital. When the news of the fall of Ugarit reached the other kings of Phoenicia, a shock and hatred emerged among them. To take revenge for the fall of Nikmepa the Just, and to drive out the foe of Aram, away from the important and powerful city of trade. The rest, however, must be told another time. I hope to get your attention once again in this other realm.